If you've done any real estate in the last few years in New Jersey, Benz Jean is a common name that's known throughout. He is a longtime friend of mine, and I remember when he first got started in the industry. Today, he's going to share with us all his secrets and all the things that he had to go through to make it to where he is today. Let's see what Benz had to say. Welcome, everyone. Today, I'm joined with a very special guest, my longtime friend, I would say like a brother to me, Benz Jean, the one and only. He has come a long way in his career, and today he's here to share with us the things that he's done, the things he's going to do, and how to inspire you guys to do the same. So, Benz, first of all, thank you so much for being here today, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you, Louis, for having me.
Like I say, this is the only way I can get you in the office is invite you to the show.
Well, you could get me anytime you want, man. I'm here for you, as always. First of all, my name is Benz Jean. I'm a great friend of Louis, a real estate investor.
Yeah, so Benz, you were born in America, right? You were a silver platter, silver spoon in your mouth?
No, I was not born in America.
Oh, no? I thought you was born with this, man.
I was born in Haiti.
Okay.
And I came here when I was 12 years old and came a long way. And as you already know my story, one of the person that we always exchange ideas with one another. So you know my story very well. Mm-hmm. So
how was that experience when you first came? It was a struggle?
Great experience, especially coming from a country with a lot of poverty. But you know, first of all, wanting to come to America was always a dream. Mm-hmm. And to be here in America, I'm blessed. Mm-hmm. And I will always say it.
What was that transition like? How was living in Haiti as a kid and compared to coming to the United States?
Living in Haiti, different cultures, different background. But I was always inspired by the American culture and always wanted to come here. But my biggest challenge is to speak the language, then understand the language. And took me a little bit of time to understand the language. Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing you did when you came here, was you dedicated yourself to learning English?
Dedicated myself to learn English so that I'd be able to function just like everybody else, and then everything else will fall into place.
Besides learning English, what did you want to accomplish here in the United States? What did you want to learn? What did you want to do?
I don't know. I always wanted to live the big American dreams, you know, big American dreams. And then I think right now I'm living the big American dream, which was always my thing, is to be established, to own a home, to have a family, to travel, to be able to have financial freedom. That was always, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to be as far as in a career, as far as like, okay, whether I wanted to be a lawyer, doctor, I didn't know that. But I knew for a fact that I was going to be able to live the American dream. Mm-hmm.
What kind of sacrifices did you have to make when you came to this country and you started to pursue your passions and your dreams? What kind of things did you have to go without in order to you to be able to reach what you have today?
Well, for me, as a kid, I would say, like, you know, I didn't have as much fun like other kids were able to have, because I always have a work ethic since I was a kid. So by the time I'm 16, I got a job and I'm going to work after school, and I know I got to go to school, go to work, practice my English, try to be better. And those were the sacrifices that I made, because I already knew one day I will definitely be independent and be able to work for myself. Mm-hmm. So that was always my dream. That's something that's in you. Mm-hmm. And that was my sacrifices.
Yeah. You know, one thing I noticed about you, Benz, and I'm not sure if you were always this way, but you make other people feel very good about themselves. You make them feel very warm, because you always treat them special. You always give them a smile. Have you always had that power and that charisma?
I always consider myself as a people's person, you know, because I think that's one of my talent. It's not so much as a business person. I'm a people's person, and being a people's person, that could able to influence other people, able to deliver to other people, that could also help you in life. So I'm a friendly person. That's who I am by nature.
I feel you've helped a lot of people too.
Oh yes. I have helped a lot of individuals, whether it's to business, it's to friendship, it's to advice, and also myself too. A lot of people have also helped me, and I didn't get here by myself. No. You know, you helped me throughout my career as well too, and just like everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, now people look at you and they see, like, Benz drives a nice car, Benz has a nice house, Benz has a nice life. But I remember one thing that'll always stick with me as long as I know you, is you told me with a smile on your face that I used to live in a basement apartment. Not even in a basement apartment. I used to live in a room in a basement apartment.
Correct. And we spoke about that many
And from
times.
you coming from that, you know,
you have to start from somewhere.
You have to start
from somewhere. Let's just put it this way. If I didn't live in the basement apartment, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. I knew I wasn't going to stay there. I knew I was striving for more. and I had to start from somewhere.
It was only the beginning.
That was just the beginning, but the dream was always alive. I always had the dream of wanting more, wanted a bigger house, a bigger car, and a bigger everything.
Yeah, you know what? It motivates a lot of people knowing that your circumstances were probably 10 times worse than where they are. And a lot of times people feel bad for themselves and say, look, oh, I'm here, he's there, I'm never going to get there. But they don't know that Benz started from...
They don't know the struggle. So you have to start from somewhere, like where you started. It's within you, it has to be a motivation in yourself, knowing like, okay, this is what I want. I'm not going to let anything stop you. Even right now, I'm doing a lot of things that I'm not used of doing. There's still challenges, but I don't let the challenges... Okay, put it this way. When I go on the road, I expect the challenge to come with it. So once the challenge comes, I know how I'm going to fix it. I'm going to find a way. So I'm not going to say like, oh my God, the door is closed, I'm going to go back home. No, I'm going to try to see what other doors that's going to open.
You look for the back door. You look for any other way. Any way to get in.
To the ceiling, to the roof. It doesn't really matter, bro.
That's amazing. It's all about the mindset, because if you're really determined. See, if everybody wants the same thing, everybody wants that lifestyle, right? But the thing is, how many people are willing to work their ass off to have those opportunities pop up? See, those opportunities didn't just fall in your lap, right, Benz? You did a lot for other people before.
There's nothing ever fall in my lap, and I'm a visionary. Something happened, let's say a bad thing happened, I'm going to turn the negative into a positive.
Yes.
So once I turn that negative to a positive, I'm going to find a way.
Yeah.
So even till today, I still got a lot of struggles, a lot of obstacles, because someone might look at me, they'd be like, oh my God, he should be fine the way he is. No, I'm not fine where I'm at.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of things I need to accomplish.
Absolutely.
And also another thing that I want to be able to give back to the community right now, from pass on everything that I went through, and then they don't have to do the same. They don't have to face the same problems.
Sure.
And I'm here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So Benz, you transitioned into real estate, and you learned a lot from those days, because at one point the market started to tank, and you said, you know what, I want to get into investing. I want to become an investor, and you went full steam. And take us into like that transition where you went from servicing loans for other people now to becoming more of an entrepreneur and just working for yourself. What went off in your head?
What went off in my head, like, you know, when the market crashed back at probably 06, 07, I think I called you. I told you, like, listen, I don't know where to start. And I think you and we came up with the idea. We said we was going to do short sales. And then from there, and as you and I started doing the short sales, I'm coming to your house, you coming over to my house to do short sales. Then I'm meeting different people that's doing big time investment. I'm meeting all type of individuals with money. And remember, when you come from a poor country, you're not going to know a lot of people with a lot of money. So, because they're average.
Yeah.
They consider the middle class. So once the market crashed, like I said, it was a negative. I went from maybe making 25, 30 grand a month, as you already know, writing loans. And then when the market crashed, I went from making no money. I'm not even bringing $1,000 home.
I know,
for a few months. Remember, gas price went up. We didn't have no money.
$4 in the gallon.
So
crazy.
I didn't know what to do. So I seek the opportunity of meeting a few people with money, and then they were doing flip at the time, because they were the one buying the short sales that you and I were doing, because we couldn't afford to buy the short sales. And then from that point, and I think I kind of learned from it, and from there, and I kind of went in full steam, and I never looked back.
Yeah, it was difficult in the beginning, correct?
Of course, it was difficult. Yeah. Nobody wanted to lend me money. As you know, we had those stories on the phone. I'm crying to you saying I gave people money to get me hard money. Like one time I met a guy, he told me to give him $5,000. He's going to be able to get me hard money. I give him the $5,000. After that, he never pick up my phone. So that didn't stop me.
It happens.
That didn't stop me. Then I met another guy. He's going to be able to get me hard money or whatever. But then for him to give me hard money, he wanted to be an equity partner in the deal. I'm like, nah, that don't make no sense, because I've been doing this. I found the deal. It's my money. All you're doing, now you want me to give you an equity partner. So that didn't work out. Then finally, I hired somebody as my assistant in my office. They're like, listen, I have this guy who's already doing hard money. So when I went to him, my mindset at the time, he said he's charging me 18%. I didn't care about the rate. All I care about is the experience, able to be able to borrow money and create a relationship with the guy. I went in, I created the relationship with him, 18%, it was a lot. I never even disclosed it with any family members, wife, kids, nothing, because I knew what I wanted. So regardless of what the rate was, I knew I was going to be able to do a deal. Next thing I know, I closed 3 deals. Then we created a relationship. As I'm building more and more relationship, then the price started to go down, and then I was able to find more people.
Yeah.
And as you know, you and I, we flew to
Florida.
Orlando, we flew to Miami, all over the place, looking for money.
For education, yeah.
And for education, and for us to have the knowledge to do what, sleeping in hotels that, roach motels. You remember.
Yeah.
So,
That's what people have to go through, man.
No,
The thing I love about you, Benz, and your story is that you never take no for the last final answer.
No.
You always find a way around it. You always recover, and you always find a way that's going to eventually work for you. How do you deal with a bad day? Because I'm sure we all have them. You have them. You have so many things up in the air. How do you deal when you get bad news after bad news after bad news? How do you deal with a bad day, dude?
for me, it's more like I have to re-strategize.
Mm-hmm.
Which, okay, it didn't work that way. I'm going to try it that way. Like you said, you have a lot of quiet time to yourself. I have quiet time to myself. So in my office, I have my assistant. I'll close the door for 30 minutes to an hour. And I'm on my phone. Either I'm making calls or I'm writing down notes to myself. This is how I'm going to go about of changing things. Because I know the more resources that I have, or either more thoughts on how to fix a problem. So sometimes when the problems happen, I know how to fix it.
Sure.
If the problem did not happen, I would not know how to fix it. Now I'm thinking ahead. So now for future, I know exactly what I have to face.
So you don't cry and eat ice cream? You
No, I don't. I don't cry. I don't cry. I need ice cream. I don't cry that. Oh, no. Listen, bad news, bad days. To me, today's is a good day. That's fine. Today's a bad day. I'm able to cope up with it. I don't have that problem. That problem is not in my blood at all.
I love it.
It's like, to me, it's part of life.
Yeah, I'm glad to know that you have bad days as well, because everybody.
We all do. We all do.
And I don't wish anything bad on you, but you're human.
But the thing is, it's how you handle the situation. Sometimes, like a situation might happen. I might not be happy with the situation. It's not like the problem's gonna go away.
By you being angry, no.
By being angry,
No.
I have to solve it.
You do.
So what I do, I try to find a way to solve it. Or maybe I might not have the answer. I could call you. I could call anybody else and say, listen, Lou, what do you think? This and this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Either you went through the experience. That's why I try to surround myself with the same people that have minds like me, that think. Their brain is like being a visionary, problem solving.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it is. And I can't waste my mind, my brain. That's all I need to function.
So you're doing a lot of mentoring now. That's a great thing. How
Correct.
can people find out about your mentoring program?
My mentoring program, they could find out either to my website, either they could visit my Facebook page or my Instagram page. I have all the information, and then or either they could call my office at 908-290-3962, or they could either email me at Benz Jean at LakaiHomes.com. So I'm easy to find.
What's the name of the website?
Mr. Benz Jean.
Mr. Benz Jean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then they can find you there.
They will find me there.
Or just Google you, right? Just Google Benz Jean.
Just Google me. I have all the information, and I could definitely help them. Or send me a private message, and then I think that's how I get most of my students
Contacts.
right now, client contacts or whatever.
Yeah, I'm so grateful that you came into the studio today, Benz. It means a lot to have you here and tell your story to other people who may be impacted by it. I personally get inspired by you all the time, and it's funny because at one point I inspired you, I mentored you.
You still inspired me.
And now I see you, and I'm like, Benz is keeping me on my toes.
No, you still inspired me, and then that's why you and I, we talk. We don't see each other often, but we always talk. We always exchange ideas. I'll come up with an idea and tells you, like, listen, this is what I'm struggling with. You're always able to help me. You always give me an honest answer. It's not a competition game.
Not at all.
We here to help one another because, again, like I said to you from the beginning, if you wasn't able to pass me certain information, I probably wouldn't be who I am today. But it's some of the information that you gave me, I'm able to take and better myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you have your own information. I have my own information, but you experience a lot of stuff. I might be older than you, but that doesn't mean anything. So you were able to pass certain information to me, and then I took those information and
Yeah.
and I appreciate you.
Yeah, and I definitely use your energy, brother. I've learned a lot from you. So thank you for being in the studio today. Guys, if you're looking for someone to motivate you, to get you into the right mindset, follow my man Benz Jean. I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. He creates some really good content. He's got some wonderful ideas for marketing, and you guys won't be disappointed. And plus, you also help people fix their credit, so check that out as well. If you're looking to buy a house or finance anything, Ben's the man to see. So thank you for watching, and Benz, thank you for being in the studio.
Thank you
You're
for
the
having
man,
me,
bro.
Lou. My
Anytime.
pleasure. And
You're
then
the
thank
man.
you again.